Welcome. Today, we're diving into learning German at the A1 level, the very beginning. But we're not just memorizing words or grammar rules. Instead, we'll explore the language through stories. Stories make learning natural, memorable, and fun. Let's get started and see how stories can bring German to life. Let's start with Lesson 1, I am supermarkt, or at the supermarket. This lesson takes us into a familiar setting where everyday language comes alive. We'll explore common phrases and vocabulary you'll use while shopping, making your experience smoother and more confident. It's about more than words, it's about feeling at home in a new environment, one aisle at a time. Today, we're starting with a simple, everyday moment, going to the supermarket. It's something most of us do without much thought, but it sets the stage for what's coming next. This small action opens the door to exploring bigger ideas, showing how ordinary experiences can connect to larger stories. Let's see where this trip takes us. Here we see a simple sentence in German. Ich brauche Milch und Brot. It means, I need milk and bread. This example shows how everyday needs are expressed in another language, basic, clear, and practical. It's a great starting point for understanding how language connects to daily life. Let's keep this in mind as we explore more complex phrases ahead. Let's start with a simple phrase, I take a shopping cart. It's a basic action, but it sets the scene. Imagine yourself in a store, reaching for that cart. It's the first step in a journey, whether you're shopping for groceries or exploring new ideas. This phrase grounds us in everyday experience, making the language feel practical and real. We're not just learning words, we're stepping into moments we all know. Here, we see a simple but useful example. The sentence tells us exactly where the milk is. It's in the refrigerated section. This kind of phrase is practical, everyday language. It helps us understand how to describe locations clearly and naturally. We're focusing on how to communicate basic information that anyone can use, whether shopping or just talking about where things belong. It's all about clarity and simplicity. Here we see a simple sentence in German, Das Brot ist frisch. It means, the bread is fresh. This example shows how straightforward statements work in everyday language. Fresh bread, something we all recognize and appreciate. It's a small phrase, but it opens the door to understanding basic sentence structure and vocabulary in German. Let's keep building from here. Here we see a simple sentence in German, Ich kaufe auch Äpfel. It means, I also buy apples. This example shows how adding just one word like auch changes the meaning to include something additional. It's a small word, but it carries weight, connecting ideas and expanding what we're saying. This slide helps us understand how language builds meaning step by step. Here, we see a simple sentence in German, followed by its English translation. It tells us that the apples are red and sweet. This example helps us connect vocabulary with meaning, showing how descriptive words work in both languages. It's a small step, but an important one, as we build confidence in understanding and using everyday phrases. Here, we see a simple phrase in German, followed by its English translation. It's a straightforward example. Ich sehe Schokolade means, I see chocolate. This slide helps us connect language to meaning, showing how even a basic sentence can open up understanding between cultures. It's a small step, but an important one in learning to communicate across languages. Here, we see a simple sentence in German. Ich kaufe eine Tafel Schokolade. It means, I buy a bar of chocolate. This example shows how everyday actions are expressed in another language. It's a straightforward way to connect words with real-life situations, making language learning more natural and relatable. Let's keep this practical approach in mind as we move forward. Now we're moving to the checkout. This is where the process wraps up, where decisions turn into action. It's the final step, the moment of truth. Everything we've done so far leads here. Let's see how this step connects with what came before and what it means for the overall experience. Here we see a simple moment, the cashier smiles. It's a small gesture, but it says a lot. A smile can change the whole atmosphere, making an interaction warmer, more human. It reminds us that behind every transaction, there's a person. And sometimes, that's exactly what we need, a little kindness to brighten the day. Here we see a simple but important phrase. I pay with my card. It's a common way to handle transactions today, quick, convenient, and secure. Whether you're at a store, a cafe, or online, this phrase sums up a modern habit that's become second nature for many of us. It's all about making payments easy and seamless. That brings us to the end. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. We hope you found it valuable. Until next time, goodbye and take care. At home, I make sure everything has its place. Putting things away isn't just tidying up, it's creating order, a sense of calm in the space where we live. When everything's in its spot, it's easier to find what we need, and the home feels more welcoming. This simple habit can transform how we experience our daily lives. Here, we see a simple but powerful statement, I am happy with my shopping. It's a clear expression of satisfaction, something every customer hopes to feel after making a purchase. This phrase captures that moment of contentment, the positive outcome that connects the experience to the product. It reminds us that at the heart of every transaction is a person who wants to feel good about what they've chosen. A brief transitional moment here as we move between sections of the presentation. Let's continue forward to the next topic, which we'll explore in more depth. This video was created with SlideSpeak. Visit SlideSpeak to turn your presentations into engaging AI-narrated videos.